YouTube, welcome to Legendary MMA, where we discuss all things UFC and fitness related. I am your host, the man, the myth, the legend himself. Today I'm going to be giving you 3 reasons on the main card why UFC 301 is a hard pass and it probably is going to suck, right? So let's just go ahead and dive right back into it. So for the main event, number 1, we have Alexandre Pantoja versus Steve Erceg. Now, I went and watched this fight. I went and rewatched Pantoja versus Brandon Moreno. How Pantoja walked out as the 125-pound flyweight champion, I don't know how he did it. I mean, for me personally, that's a robbery. That's a robbery. Pantoja, at times in that fight, was desperate, bro. He was falling on Brandon Moreno. Brandon Moreno is getting the better of him in every way, in any exchange. Any way you want to slice that pie, Brandon Moreno got the better of him. I'll give you the 1 round. After that, hey, somebody's got to explain to me, or at least leave a comment saying how this man won and how they feel that he won. Because in my humble opinion, Brandon Moreno, sorry, I hate to do it to you, Pantoja, Brandon Moreno is the 125-pound undisputed flyweight champion, and he was robbed that night. Pantoja should actually be given a rematch to Brandon Moreno. I know Brandon Moreno stepped away, but it should have been offered. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, Steve Erceg, right? I went and watched his fight against the number 9 ranked flyweight contender, and his knockout was impressive. We cannot take nothing from Steve Erceg. I know he's catching some flack because a lot of people don't know him and he's only had like 12 fights or something like that. And I get that, right? But at the same time, guys, like it's not really Steve Erceg's fault for getting that title match. I personally think that he should have fought like a couple more times. But I guess like who else in the flyweight division is going to kind of step up, because I don't really know too many guys in there besides Moreno. I mean, one of them just left and went up a weight. I forget his name, but he just went up a weight. Him and Moreno had like 5-10 fights, right? So anyway, they had so many fights. But anyway, so in my opinion, this fight, what would I rank it? Is this going to be a yes or is this going to be a pass? For me, it's going to be a pass. It's out of here, man. It's to the left. It's out of here. This is not a good match for me. And I'm not, in my opinion, it's just, I don't know who's going to bring the fight to who. I know Pantoja will definitely fight because he did it with Brandon Moreno. You can't take that from him. But Brandon Moreno is the type of fighter where he's going to bring the fight to you whether you want it or not, right? It doesn't matter if you don't want to engage. It doesn't matter if you want to keep him at the edge of your punches. He's going to come to you. He's going to take one to give 5. That's Brandon Moreno. Love that guy, man. That's the champ. So anyway, that's going to be a hard pass for me. I just don't think it's that great. You know, you can let me know what you think, right? Let me know what you think. Did Brandon Moreno beat Pantoja? And furthermore, is this even going to be a good fight? I don't know. I'm going to say no. For me, I'm going to say no. Now we go on to Jose Aldo versus Jonathan Martinez, right? So correct me if I'm wrong, but Jose Aldo left. He left. If I'm not mistaken, didn't he retire after his loss to Marab? I think he gave a fight talking about he was done fighting or he was going to go seek something. And guys, let me just be honest. All these MMA fighters who are leaving MMA to go box, I don't understand it. Because as an MMA fighter, in my opinion, you are a complete fighter. No disrespect to boxers, but if you lock a boxer in a room, take any 170-pound, you could take Canelo Alvarez. I'm not trying to be converse. You could take Canelo Alvarez, right? And you can lock him in a room with Kamaru Usman. Kamaru Usman is walking out. If there's only one man that is allowed to walk out of the room, I will bet, I will go take out a loan and give you the money that Kamaru Usman is walking out of that door. It ain't gonna be Canelo. Anyway, I digress. I just don't understand this whole MMA stripping parts of their kit to go fight a boxer. I just don't think that's the answer. How about we finally have one of these boxers be brave enough, bro, and step into the octagon, close that cage door with them real lions and find out who's gonna walk out. I guarantee you it's gonna be the MMA fighter. I don't care nothing about no Ryan Garcia. He ain't locking that cage door with no Sugar Sean. I can promise you that. Anyway, we're going back into the fight. I know I digress, but I'm just saying. We're going back into Jose Aldo versus Jonathan Martinez. Let's just say if for a second, if Jose Aldo beats Jonathan Martinez, what does that do? What does that do for the division, right? Because clearly Jose Aldo is out of his prime. He's not going to beat Merab. Merab is next up for the title contention. He's not going to beat Merab. Let's just say, I'm just hypothetically saying, I don't think Aljo's ever coming back down, but let's say Aljo did want to come back down, right? Who here in their right mind would have Jose Aldo beating Aljamain Sterling? We would be out of our minds if we thought that, right? There's no way that Jose Aldo is going to beat Aljamain Sterling, okay? And that's just all hypothetical, but I'm just saying, this to me does nothing for UFC 301. This is a nothing burger, right? This is nothing. If Jose Aldo beats Jonathan Martinez, okay, cool. All right. He ain't beating Merab. If Sugar Sean somehow loses to Merab, he ain't beating Sugar Sean. So what are we really doing here, right? No disrespect, Jonathan Martinez, but I'm just saying. Anyway, we're going on to the next fight. We're going to move on real quick. Before I move on to the next fight, Jonathan Martinez versus Jose Aldo. Let me know what you think of this fight. Is this going to be a banger? Is it not going to be a banger? Furthermore, is this going to be a pass or a yes? For me, this is another one. This is a pass to the left. To the left, to the left. This is another pass. This one ain't, I'm not feeling this one. I don't know if it's going to be a banger, but I'm not feeling this one. So let me know what you think down in the comment sections. For the next fight, this is going to be the third reason on the main card why UFC 301 is buns, okay? Anthony Smith versus Vitor Petrino. Now, I don't have any problem with Anthony Smith at all. At all. Like, I think Lionheart is one of the most underrated guys in that division because I think he has the experience, he has the ground game, and he has a stand-up game with the best of them, right? I think he can do that. Vitor Petrino, admittedly, I haven't seen much on him. I will admit that. He might be a dog. I don't know. This fight, to me, I like it, actually. This is going to be the first fight that I say pass because Anthony Smith needs to answer some questions because a lot of people have him kind of getting ready to ride out into retirement, you know, because that first off, we need to give our flowers to Anthony Smith because he took that fight versus Khalil Roundtree on short notice. Khalil Roundtree, everybody is underrating Khalil Roundtree. He has the nastiest Muay Thai background. He is one of the nastiest strikers in that division. Name somebody who can strike with him besides Alex Pereira. Bro, I think anybody, and I mean anybody besides Alex, who dares stand up to Khalil Roundtree, you get slept, bro. 10 times out of 10, you're getting slept. Or you're going to be in a wheelchair because your leg going to be beat up. So now you got to roll around for the rest of the 2-3 weeks, however long, because your leg going to be beat up. That's Khalil Roundtree. So, in my opinion, Anthony Smith, that guy is a dog. To take that fight on short notice, knowing who Khalil Roundtree is, goes to show you more who Anthony Smith really is, right? So, with that being said, I personally speaking, and it probably doesn't make any sense for Khalil to rematch Anthony Smith after he already got the nod. He should definitely be a contender. But if he's not a contender, I'm just saying, if he's not a contender, I would have loved to have seen Anthony Smith versus Khalil Roundtree Part 2. And I know that might rub some people the wrong way, but I'm just being honest. Like that wasn't a fair shot for Anthony Smith. Yes, he took the fight. Yes, he lost. Yes, he lost by KO. But I think a second fight for him would be beautiful. However, this fight for me still makes a lot of sense because we need to see where Anthony Smith is when he has a full training camp behind him, and can he rise to the occasion on some of these up-and-comer guys, right? Can he still beat these guys? So he's got some answers. He's got some questions to answer. So let me know in the comment sections again about this fight, and what do you think? In my opinion, is it going to be a pass or fail? It's going to be a pass. It's a pass. It's going up. It's going up for me. This fight makes a lot of sense for me. This fight makes a lot of sense. So, yeah, with that being said, guys, that's my top 3 reasons as to why UFC 301 is probably going to be a bust. Like and share the video, right? Leave a comment. Let me know what you think, because I'm very curious to know what the people out there think. Let me know if you think Brandon Moreno beat Pantoja. I'm very curious in that. I would love to do a survey to see how many people out there feel the exact same way that I do. And if we can, man, we need to give Brandon Moreno some love and tell him, listen, bro, you won that fight, dog. You won it. But anyway, with all that being said, like, share, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.